What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. I'm gonna go over the top 3 tools that I use to get lean and shredded in the summertime. I'm gonna keep this video raw because a lot of you guys actually responded positively to one of the last rant videos that I made. So I'm gonna just try and give you guys what you want, and I'm gonna just keep this raw and just keep it rolling and all that stuff. So yeah. So the first tip or tool that I use to actually lose weight in the summertime is cardio. Now, while that's pretty obvious to a lot of people, cardio is actually a tool, okay? It is not the only way to weight loss. It's something that you utilize in order to put you in more of a caloric deficit, right? So if you're going to 45-minute boot camp classes and you're going to body pump or whatever, as a lot of people call it around here, and you're going to cycling classes and stuff and you're burning like thousands of calories, whatever, that is not the only way to weight loss. And believe it or not, that is really not the only solution. You know, it may not even be a solution if you're not in a caloric deficit. So if you're going to those classes and you're not monitoring your calories and such, you're wasting your time going to those classes. And you know, I feel bad for a lot of people that actually believe that is one of the ways that they're planning on getting in shape, because as long as you're not monitoring your stuff, you're not going to be in a caloric deficit, and you're going to be going to 45 minutes of hell and just wasting your time. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one is intermittent fasting. Now, I'm going to leave the bulk of the information about intermittent fasting to a later video, so I can go really into depth of how it works. But for the most part, intermittent fasting is pretty much that you're giving yourself a window to eat all your food, okay? So, for example, I do 16 hours of fasting and I do 8 hours of eating. So from 4 o'clock in the afternoon on to 12 o'clock a.m., I can eat all my daily calories. Now, you're not eating less, you know, you're eating your caloric goal for the day, okay? So it's not like you have to just eat whatever you want. But it's a tool because it limits the amount of time that you have to eat in a day. So it really becomes useful to me specifically, because I know that at 12 o'clock at night, I'm literally dying and I'm starving. So I arranged my eating window to be from 4 in the afternoon to 12 until 12 o'clock at night. So I have until then to get all my daily calories in that 8-hour window. Now, that literally has changed the game for me when cutting. Because when cutting, I always get hungry throughout the day. And after the first couple weeks, really, I'm going to get into this more, in more detail in a later video. But pretty much after the first couple weeks, you don't get hungry in the morning. And a lot of people are like, you need breakfast, you need breakfast. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I will cover all that bullshit crap nonsense in later videos. But yeah, I definitely use intermittent fasting to help regulate what hours of the day that I'm eating, to help me not feel shitty during my cut when I'm eating less calories. Now, the third is probably the biggest one, is MyFitnessPal. MyFitnessPal is an app on the App Store, and I believe they have it for Android and smartphone. But honestly, that has changed everything for me. If you're not tracking what you're eating, unless you're tracking it on a notepad or this app, you don't know how many calories you're eating in a day. So you're pretty much playing a guessing game with yourself, and you have no idea what you're eating, what's going into your body, what's coming out of your body. MyFitnessPal helps you so much with that, okay? It takes out all the guessing. You just track what you eat, okay? And then you tailor it toward your caloric goals and macronutrient goals. Okay, so I have my own calories that I'm trying to hit in a day, and I have my macronutrient intake that I'm trying to hit in a day. And by tracking all the food that I eat on MyFitnessPal, I'm able to monitor all those and hit my goals like every single day. And it makes it so much easier. Like, honestly, like with technology nowadays, we have so many tools to make things easier for us, but not many people actually, utilize them. So this is just one of the tools that you can use to monitor your food, what you're eating, and all that stuff. Definitely, if you're not using it, you're really at a downfall right now. You know, it's so worth it. And whenever I tell people to track their food, they're like, oh God, like I don't really feel like it. If you tell yourself, and they're like, it's so difficult, all this stuff, like I don't want to be like addicted to tracking my food. If you tell yourself right away that you're not going to be able to do something, you will not do it. I always see that people just set that limitation bar right on themselves when they hear an idea that sounds like a little bit like out of the ordinary. Tracking your food honestly is not hard. Instead of putting your food in a plate, put your plate on a scale, turn the scale on, and then put your food in it. That's literally what it comes down to. Literally, it's not hard, okay? And as for if you want to eat out, MyFitnessPal has a ton of restaurants out there in their database that makes it so accessible for you. So there's really no excuse. If you want to eat out, if you want to weigh your food, it's so easy. Technology is making this so easy. Yeah, people are just too lazy to just go on into the app store, buy the app, and just track their food. Honestly, it's very easy to track your stuff. Don't tell yourself that it's hard, or else it's going to be harder for you. Be open to it. Honestly, track your macros, because if you're not in a caloric deficit, you won't lose weight. Okay? I don't know what else to say. Like, that's just the science to it. If you're not eating less calories than your body is putting out, then you will not lose weight. Whether you're going to 45 minutes of boot camp in the park, or you're doing like P90X for like 5 hours, or you're doing body pump and busting your ass in these classes at the Y or ACAC or whatever, you will not lose weight unless you're in a caloric deficit. So that's pretty much it today, guys. I appreciate you guys checking it out. I can go further in depth to these topics if you guys want to. Leave me a comment if you do want to know more about these 3 tools. And yeah, definitely appreciate you guys checking out the channel and stuff. And
happy birthday, Alan.
It is my birthday. This is a birthday vid. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, definitely give it a thumbs up if you want to see more. Yeah. Alright, thanks so much, guys. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you guys on the next one.